Good evening, everyone. My name is Laura Devlin. I represent the 134th District, representing Fairfield and Trumbull, previous held by our good friend, Senator Tony Hwang. Tony and I have known each other for a very long time. Our daughters went to school together, but we didn't really make a big connection. My daughter uses our family name, I use the name Devlin. We finally did put them together, and I was doing some early campaigning for him, and I asked him a sort of a technical question, and I remember he spun off some answer, and I looked at him, and he said, well, I'm more than a pretty face, you know. So, that's very true. But what you can see on the banner here, and you can see it elsewhere, is commitment to community. And nobody really exemplifies that better than Tony Hwang. He is an incredibly genuine individual, and he is loved by those he serves. I can speak to that from the 134th District. We're still in Trumbull. I'm sorry to say, I think they'd rather see Tony Hwang than have their current state rep show up. But our very first interaction when we were campaigning was doing some door knocking. And this is when it really hit home to me. We were walking up the sidewalk to a house, and it was in the summer, so the living room window was wide open. And all of a sudden I hear, "Mom, Tony Hwang is here!" It was like Santa Claus had come. This kid was so excited, and it was genuine excitement. Another time was knocking doors, and he was not with me, but what I heard were stories that you don't read in the paper, that you don't hear elsewhere. When a community was left without power for days, who showed up with hot coffee out of the blue and just went to different homes and offered it? And those are the kinds of things that people remember. Whether it is, he doesn't just, he walks the talk. So, St. Baldrick's, he stepped in and shaved his head, participating with everybody else. And whether it's the senior centers where he'll just pop in and is greeted warmly. He's also a great leader and exemplifies teamwork. It's evident with the delegation in Fairfield, and I know it is with the other towns that he represents as well. I see him in the House chamber when he sneaks down from the Senate, and he doesn't come over to our side right away. We'll catch him across the room, and he's mingling with friends that he has made from his first term as a representative and those that he continues to make. And he's an incredibly effective legislator that we are very, very lucky to have. And he ensures that we are all working together, which is a fabulous point of a good leader. He also inspires young people to get involved, whether it's through his campaigning and even with the classroom kids that visit in Hartford at the Capitol. I really don't know who has more fun, if it is Tony Hwang or if it's the kids visiting, because he'll jump in right in the middle of them on the floor, telling stories, telling jokes, letting them bang a gavel. It is a memorable experience, I'm sure, for all of them. The relationships that he makes, the bipartisan spirit that he shows, and always taking the high road. So there are challenges, no doubt, in situations we all face when it's easy to make a reaction or maybe not necessarily take that high road. And he'll always take a breath and ensure that not only himself, but all of us that are working with him does that same thing. So he is a man of integrity, and we are lucky to have him for the 28th Senate District, and it is my honor to second the nomination of Tony.